Good morning, dear children. Hope you all are keeping safe at home. So, children, here once again, we are going to start the online classes, and I'm here with the subject English Literature. As your question answers and exercises are already over, explanation was left out. So here I'm going to start it with the very first lesson, that is lesson number 1, Pippi Longstocking. So, children, before starting the story, let me give you a small description about who is Pippi Longstocking and a small summary about the whole story. Actually, this is a very it's the what we have got in our class 4th book. It's just a small episode, that is, it's just a small story among the big novel, or what we can say among it's actually a long story of Pippi Longstocking written by Astrid Lindgren. Okay, so here we have got a short story from that story. So further, once the explanation is over, I will send you a link, and it's an animation of Pippi Longstocking, and full movie of this lesson is given. Not only what it is there in our lesson, but the full movie of this Pippi Longstocking is given, so you can just go through that. Okay, so let me start with the summary of the story, and let me tell you who is this Pippi Longstocking. Okay, so children, Pippi Longstocking is a 9-year-old girl who lives alone in a small Swedish village. Swedish village is a part of Sweden, that is why it is called Swedish village, in a home called Villa Villekulla. So her home name is Villa Villekulla. Her mother died when she was a baby. So her father, a sea captain, raised her and took Pippi on his many voyages around the world. So her mother died very soon when she was a baby. So she thinks that her mother is an angel. And second thing, her father was a sea captain. Okay, so he used to take Pippi for the different voyages, boat rides, and like that. But one fateful voyage, her father got disappeared. So she convinced herself that no, her father is not dead. He is a king in one of the island where he got lost. So Pippi returns to home to wait for him because she is sure he will return to Villa Villekulla one day. So this little girl Pippi is very sure that one day her father will come anyhow. So she is returning to her home. When leaving her father's ship, she takes a suitcase of gold coin and little monkey named Mr. Nilsson. So this small girl was also on that same boat, on that same ship. So while leaving from her father's ship, she got a suitcase of gold coins and a little monkey as her friend, whose name was Mr. Nilsson. So next door to Pippi's house is another home. Just nearby Pippi's house, and another home is there, which is called Neighbor, situated in a garden. Two children lived there. There lived two children whose names were Tommy and Anika, along with their mother and father. So there was one family who resided just nearby the home of Pippi. So Tommy and Anika lived with their mother and father, and they were very obedient children. They listened to their parents but want very badly to have a new playmate. So these children were very bored. They wanted somebody new, somebody as a friend, so they can play all day long. So they wonder why no one lives next door, but it isn't until Pippi returns home after her father's disappearance that they realize a playmate does in fact live there. So these children wanted to have somebody so that they can play all day long. So they were thinking, why not somebody lives just next door to us, so that we can just play with them. So until they realized, when they realized the actual fact, when Pippi returned home back after her father's disappearance, when her father got disappeared in the voyage, that is on a ship, she was returning back to her home, that is Villa Villicula, and the two children were mesmerized by Pippi's appearance and fanciful story. So children, Pippi is a very different kind of character. She has got different type of clothing, her appearance, her talking, that is very different. So these children got very much mesmerized. That is, they were wondering that how can somebody be like this? And the one, especially the one who looked so different, over that she had always a monkey on her shoulder. So anyhow, the children, they became fast friends. Further, after talking, after listening to Pippi's story, they became the fast friends. So this is the actual summary of the lesson. Further, this is not the end of the story. Of course, in our book it is the end of the story, but it has got many more episodes. So I will surely send you the link, you can go through it. So once this chapter is explained, you can go through the animated story of Pippi Longstocking. So once you go through the explanation, and after that, if you watch the movie, you will get to know it much better. So let us start, children. When Pippi entered Villa Villicula for the first time, it was a lovely summer evening. The children next door, Tommy and Annika, were not at home. They had gone to visit their grandmother for a week, and so they had no idea that anybody had moved into the house next door. So, when Pippi entered Villa Villicula, for the very first time, when she got into that, it was a lovely summer, it was a summer evening. The children next door, that next door means just to the another home, two children all were lived there, that I have already explained in the summary, that their name was Tommy and Annika. They were not at home at that time. Tommy and Annika went to their grandmother's home for a week. Like you people also, during your summer vacation or winter vacation, you visit your grandmother's home. So same way, these children called Tommy and Annika, they went to their grandmother's home. So on the first day after they came home again, they stood up by the gate. Now she was walking backward. That was because she didn't want to turn around to get home. Then she reached Tommy and Annika's gate. She stopped. The children looked at each other in silence. At last, Tommy spoke. Why did you walk backward? Okay, now as it is a normal question when you see somebody walking straight and suddenly that one person come backwards. So will automatically we ask that why are you walking backward? Then she said, why did I walk backwards? Said Pippi. Isn't this a free country? Can't person walk any way she wants to? Let me tell you that in Egypt everybody walks that way and nobody thinks it is the least bit strange. So Pippi asked him that, oh, is it? I didn't notice. Did I walk backward? Or isn't it a free country? Can't I do whatever I think? So she just gave an example that in Egypt people walk the way they want. Okay. So Tommy said, how do you know? You have never been to Egypt, have you? So Tommy asked, okay, that is okay, but how do you know that people in Egypt do like this, or whatever they want, how they walk? Have you been to Egypt? Then she said, I've never been to Egypt. Indeed, I have. That is one thing you can be sure of. I have been all over the world and seen many things stranger than people walking backward. I wonder what you would have said if I had come along walking on my hands the day they do in farthest India. So she said, no, yes, sir, maybe I have been to Egypt, or indeed I have, because she has roamed all over the world, as her father was the sea captain and he used to take her to different voyages, ships, so she has roamed all over the world. Now you must be lying, said Tommy. Pippi thought a moment. You're right, she said sadly, I'm lying. So Tommy said, no, that means now you're lying. So Pippi got little sad and she said, yes, you are right, I am lying. It is wicked to lie, said Anika, who had at last gathered up enough courage to speak. So Anika said, it is not good that you are lying. So, yes, it is very wicked to lie, said Pippi even more sadly. But I forget it now and then. And now, how can you expect a little child like me to always tell the truth when my mother is an angel and my father is a king of Cannibal Island and I have sailed on the ocean all my life? Then Pippi smiled and continued. And let me tell you that in the Congo there is not a single person who tells the truth. They lie all day, begin it at 7 in the morning and keep on until sundown. So Pippi said, okay, I admit that it is wicked, that it is wrong to lie, but I forget it now and then. And how can you expect a small girl to remember all these things? Especially when her mother is an angel. Why is she telling that her mother is an angel? Because her mother is no more. Her mother got expired when she was just 9 years old, and then she considers her father's missing as, she thinks that her father is not missing or her father is not dead. Her father is the king of Cannibal Island. Okay, so Pippi smiled, and let me tell you that then Pippi tells her that there is not even a single person who don't tell lie. They started from the morning and they ended till the night. So if I should happen to lie now and then, you must try to excuse me and to remember that it is only because I stayed in the Congo a little too long. We can be friends anyway, can't we? So he said, this one, Pippi Longstocking said that, okay, apart from all this, can't we be friends? Oh, sure, said Tommy, and realized suddenly that this was not going to be the one of those dull days. So Tommy was very much interested. So he said, yes, sure, I'm ready to be friends with you. And then he thought, okay, now it is not one of those dull days as they were expecting. So by the way, would you come and have breakfast with me? So Pippi invited those new friends to have breakfast. Why not, said Tommy. Come on, let's go. So Tommy said, yes, sure. Oh yes, let's, said Anika. But first I must introduce you to Mr. Nilsson, said Pippi, and the little monkey took off his cap and bowed politely. So now Pippi at last introduced Mr. Nilsson, that is her small monkey, to Tommy and Anika, and that monkey was very polite in his behavior. He bowed down, taking out his cap. So children, this was the explanation of lesson number 1, Pippi Longstocking. It is a very interesting story, and I will surely send you the link. You can watch it in YouTube also. Okay, so thank you.